We've talked about recognizing burnout. Now let's talk about how we actually survived it. Today we'll be talking about our coping mechanisms and techniques for surviving burnout in the classroom. I'm your host, Courtney, with my lovely, beautiful host, Erin.
Hello.
How are you today, Erin?
We are surviving. How are you?
Surviving as well.
Actually, no, I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I was in a big baking mood, so
Yes, you were. And it
I,
all
I
looks
have enough food to
delicious.
feed an army.
I love that. So, Erin,
Yes.
what did coping look like for you when quitting wasn't an option?
So, we're gonna start this off pretty serious, which I don't know if I've ever told you about. When I lived down in Florida and I was taking more on when I worked with the elementary school fundraising.
Mhm.
There was a good period because, I mean, we were getting on school campuses 4 or 5 in the morning, and we weren't leaving until, like, 5, 6 PM.
Oof.
And we were doing this back to back to back to back with schools
Mhm.
and dealing with PTA, the faculty, the teachers, parents, everything. It really got to a lot. So, yes, I went to Disney every weekend. And yes, I coped that way. But on the darker side of it, me and my one coworker, we would end up drinking, and it was every night for good months. We were going through at least 2 bottles of wine a night each
Yeah,
just to get through it.
I believe that.
And we didn't realize how much we were drinking until she was getting married, and she wanted to use, like, wine bottles to put, like, fairy lights in as table numbers, and not only were there wine bottles on top of the cabinets, we opened up the cabinets and we're like, "Shit,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah." So that was a huge coping mechanism, was drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got into vaping when I was,
Ah,
yeah, yeah. Not my
the
best
flavored
development.
puffs of air.
But do you have something that was quote unquote healthier that ended up working?
Going to Disney. But no, in all reality, like, I would turn to my grandma hobbies a lot, crocheting, knitting, and stuff like that, just to get my mind a break. Because,
Yeah.
like, once you and I know you do this, like, you crochet and knit and all that too.
Hmm.
It's like once you start it and you have a good show going on TV, you're underneath a blanket. I mean, you're just like grandmaing it away, and
Yeah,
poof, you have a blanket or a stuffed animal.
yeah. It's so easy to tune the world out when you're doing that stuff.
Absolutely, and I still do it to this day. What
Um,
about you? What did you
I got
do
back
you
into therapy.
Ah,
Yeah.
our paid best friends.
Yes. The last place I was at, I was like, I have so much going on. I need a third party to bitch to.
Yeah. Paid best friends, people discount them, but
They help me a lot.
yeah, they're always there for you.
They have to be.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I only see mine once a month now, but hey,
I love that for you.
he's there.
I love that. What was a sign that you knew that you needed to rest your body? Like what was the point that not just being tired, but
Mhm.
you hit a wall and you're like the only thing I can do is rest and sleep.
When I kept missing my alarm for work,
Yeah.
because there comes a certain time when, especially working in education with the pressures of, the faculty and the other teachers and the kids and the parents, everything encompasses all into one. And you keep missing your alarm,
Yeah.
or you keep setting your alarm later and later and later. And then you're like rushing out the door.
But you can convince yourself that you can make it work.
Yeah. And half the time, I don't even know how I made it work, but by golly, we do it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's at a point where, sometimes you need to use that PTO.
Yes. Use it.
I think teachers don't want to use their PTO because they don't want to let their kids down. Teachers, use that damn PTO.
Hmm.
Take a mental health day, take your birthday, celebrate yourself.
I will never forget the place that we worked at. I specifically asked for a mental health day after something traumatic happened, and they all knew that it had happened. So they were like, "Yes, take your mental health day." And I was getting phone calls and text messages begging me to come in. My boss was begging to pick me up and bring me to work. Like, and I ended up going in that day
Oh my gosh, why?
because would not leave me alone. She made me feel so bad.
Is it the one boss that we know of?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Yes.
It's like if you're at a mental health day, turn off your phone.
Yeah, I should have. I
Like,
should have.
they would have been fine. They would have figured it out.
For sure.
They just didn't want to.
No, I was just the easier option.
Yeah. When you have that PTO, teachers, don't be afraid. Just use it. Kids will be
Please.
fine. Kids will be fine.
I always knew that I was hitting my breaking point because I would get just so sick. Like
Mhm.
my body was just shutting down and being like, wrap it up. Like I wasn't
We
testing
done.
positive. Right. I wasn't testing positive for anything, but I was so sick.
You gotta listen to your body,
Yes.
especially during those times. Like, have you been able to kinda well, and I know you're out of that world now, but were you able to kinda pick the signs that your body was starting to go?
Yeah. Especially at the last place that I was at. Um,
Mhm.
I was like starting to forget words, like simple words, or like I'd get these I get migraines anyway, but I'd get like these specific migraines in like a specific part of my brain. And I was
Oh,
like, oh, this is my brain telling me to stop.
this is it. This is the moment.
How about
So
you?
at some of the other places, did you take any mental health days or anything like that?
Just the one that we worked at, I tried and that backfired.
Yeah. And that's a fault on that facility.
And I think that made me wary about taking mental health days at the other places I went to.
That makes sense. I think maybe what schools could do is not only give them like a PTO, like your normal allotted PTO, but then say you get a mental health day per quarter.
That would be so nice.
Like that's out of PTO, like still put in your time off, but you get one mental health day
Hmm.
per quarter to reset. Because I think that would be great.
It'd be so helpful, especially, sorry, I have hiccups, especially in education.
Absolutely. Teachers are running themselves into the ground, and especially in education today.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how many times I was told not to work off the clock, but they want you to meet these deadlines and get all these like pages and pages and pages done within a month. And it's like you kind of feel like you have no choice but to work off the clock.
Yes, but I reminded myself, and I still do it with my current job. If we were to drop off the face of this planet tomorrow, our jobs are going to replace us like that.
Very true.
That's why as soon as I'm done working now, my computer's off.
Hmm.
Like, nope, they don't
Don't
need
reach
me
out to
that
me.
bad.
Right.
And I got like 5, 6 different deadlines that I have to work on.
Yeah. I think so. The second center that I was at, me and the lead teacher just did not get along. Like it was to the point that HR was involved and we were having like weekly meetings. It
Wow.
it was bad. But HR's involvement was just telling me to be like, just make it through. And I got to the point where I came home one day and I was so completely worn down and just out of fight. And I was like, I'm quitting.
Yep.
And they were like, well, can you come in for your final 2 weeks or we could put you somewhere else? I was like, I've been begging you to put me somewhere else for months. Like now all of a sudden you have an opening. And I did. I felt bad because I usually try to give 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
I was like, I can't. For my sanity, I cannot go back.
That's the thing. Like, 2 weeks is a courtesy,
Hmm.
and no place should be eating you that hard mentally.
I was coming home so drained and just because I was fighting with this lady every single day.
That's crazy. Where you
And
just get in the car and cry.
yeah, yeah, I'd clock out, and I'd be like, okay, this is my cry time because my drive home was like an hour, so I
Ah,
had time.
hey, those drive homes where you can just cry it out, and most of the time it's that ugly cry where you're, like, huffing and puffing,
Yes,
and then you wake up and do it all over again.
because at the end of the day, you love your job. It's not the kids,
Yep,
it's the environment.
yep. Trust me, we love the babies.
Yeah,
We love them, but I think there definitely needs to be a lot more support.
for sure.
Especially with burnouts
Yeah.
and coping, because I think a lot of teachers do turn to vaping or, you know, drinking. Some of them probably are, quote unquote, gardening
Yep.
and not digging in the soil in the backyard producing turnips. Turnips. I don't know why I thought of turnips, but the other type of gardening.
The last place that I was at, the lead teacher I was with was a teacher for over 20 years. And she was like, this is the first year I've had burnout.
Wow.
It was just so much being expected out of just the two of us. And she was like, I just go home and I shut down
Yeah. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to be touched by anybody.
for sure. Don't touch me.
Done. I think when I was working in kindergarten, the one year I experienced major burnout was what? Okay, I love sorry for that brief interruption because we completely forgot about what we were talking about. And again, it was my fault. Well, not my fault, my little man's fault because he had to come out and say, I love you, mama, and then scream
You
no at
can't blame
me.
him. Can't blame
No,
him.
I can't blame him. I give the kid extra props for trying to not go to sleep, thinking that we're out here like partying, doing fun stuff without him, but no,
Just chilling.
we're just chilling. What were we talking about? Because I was in the middle of something. We were talking about something along the lines of, having that extra support for the teachers to be able to really take that step back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My brain has just completely like,
Well, I'll ask you a question then.
there we go.
Have you ever been blamed for your burnout rather than supported
All the time.
by the people you work with?
Yes, but then also like I've had it with parents as well. Especially with some of the we know them, we love them, the type A parents.
Mm,
I'm not knocking on type A parenting. You do you boo-boos like, but I feel very much like type A's are a lot more hard on teachers
yeah.
because they want things a certain way and, for their schedule to just
Yeah.
and it's like if you take a mental health day, it's like, well, you just sat around all day? Like you didn't do anything? You could have come in.
Right. Has a
Like,
parent ever blamed you, like try to guilt you for taking a day off, even without knowing what for?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I've come in and be like,
Absolutely.
we missed you yesterday at drop off. It was really hard because you weren't here.
No, you're fine, Sally.
They made it.
Yeah. Little Kimmy's fine.
I hate those
Because
days.
I think it's also important for kids. Yes, schedule, we've preached about being consistent and schedules and everything. But kids also need to learn that sometimes change happens. That doesn't mean change is bad. Sometimes change is good. These kids need to learn how to adapt and everything with that because in the big, big world, at work or whatever, stuff is going to change.
Yep.
Provide that good foundation now versus, making sure these kids are catered to every little aspect.
Yeah.
That's just setting up for disappointment.
For real. And I've had parents be like, so we alternated who opened, and we've had parents be like, well, if you opened last week, my kid is expecting you to open the next week too, because that is part of their schedule. It's like
Yeah.
that's not fair.
No, Sally. Like, no, it don't work like that. Like, is that how you are at work? Like, no.
No, hard to imagine how they are at home.
Yeah, that ain't me.
Have you ever gotten the just be more organized talk?
The parents or the faculty?
Either. Like being organized is going to solve your burnout.
I've had the conversations of you really need to look at your priorities.
Yeah.
Like, half the time I'm just sitting on the couch crocheting. How is that a greater priority? Even though one of my hacks was I would bring my crochet and crochet at lunch.
I love
In the
that.
teacher's lounge, here I am munching on some lettuce and crocheting.
I love that.
But I think that's where my huge like I was already into like coffee, but I think that's where the addiction really started
Hmm. Oh
because
yeah.
I hit major burnout for a good couple years because I was working full time in kindergarten and then I would go and drive 30 minutes and go manager martial arts school for another like 5, 6 hours.
Ooh.
And so I was working basically 2 full-time jobs,
Mhm.
and my burnout was massive. So, yep, I would have a red eye, which if nobody knows what a red eye is, it's coffee with espresso in it,
Mhm.
and then I'd chase it with a 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heart wasn't happy, but
I think the dumbest thing that I've done caffeine wise is use Monster the Java flavor as
uh-huh.
creamer in my coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did my little chasers for a good couple years every day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your poor heart.
My poor hey, we're better now. I have my little old school coffee pot, which I love, and I
Good.
do maybe 2 cups a day,
I love that for you.
except when I go to Dutch Bros.
You love your Dutch Bros.
If you haven't been to Dutch Bros yet,
I gotta go.
you gotta go. It's not that far from you now.
Um, did burnout help teach you, like once you came out of it, um, did it help teach you boundaries with work, with your other jobs?
You know, yes and no, because I think every job is going to provide or not provide different challenges, but you're gonna face different challenges. So I feel like the burnouts are gonna be different
Hmm.
with each job that you have.
Right.
Because while yes, I am not like super client facing in the role that I'm now. And by client facing, I mean I'm not talking with parents every day. I'm not interacting with kids other every day other than my own little crotch goblin that I have. And I'm not working with faculty, but the burnout that I do experience is sometimes I relive Groundhog's Day
Oh yeah.
where I do the same things every day.
Hmm.
So, I feel like different jobs are you're gonna end up getting burnout.
Right.
But I think what it taught me is going through all that burnout is to push myself to grow in my career quicker.
Yeah.
How do you feel the same way or
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of the same stuff every day in my job,
mhm,
but I'm also once the work day's over, I'm done looking at it.
I'm done.
No more.
Even though I will say, especially during those like brief moments where you're like, am I burnt out? And then I get a Snapchat video from you as a potato or a bubble or whatever we send to each other during that day. Like,
That's our coping mechanism.
yes, that's our healthy coping mechanism that we send Snapchat videos as a potato back and forth.
Oh, it makes me laugh. I can definitely cope better.
Yes, because we get to vent.
Has burnout helped you with boundaries with your coworkers?
Well, yeah, because all my coworkers are all virtual, so half the
Yeah,
time I put myself on do not disturb, and if I don't wanna answer you, I'm not gonna answer you.
I love that.
Unless it's absolutely important, then I
Right,
will answer you when I see fit.
right.
But other than that, another thing that me and we're back. Sorry for the brief interruption. My child decided to have a sudden case of amnesia and decided to point out who I was. But what we were saying, talking about with boundaries and coworkers, I think another, other than ignoring people deliberately, one thing that me and my coworkers do is we send funny GIFs back and forth. So I'm pretty
Love
sure if IT goes through our team's messages and they're gonna be like, "What?" And then I have a lot of coworkers in other countries, and so what we do is we send cat pictures back and forth,
it.
especially when times are really tough. So that's always fun.
Love that.
Yeah. What do you do? Or like how is being at your job like taught you?
I don't really have coworkers. I just have my boss, who is my aunt. So
Oh, isn't that nice?
I can't really ignore her.
No, you can't. But hey, you get to deal with one person.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And she doesn't ask for much, so
well, that's kind of nice.
yeah.
I wish. But nope. You're right when you said it earlier. As soon as you're done with work,
Yeah, all done.
all done. Except for today, I was really waiting on a really, really important email. So not gonna lie, I did log back into work like 3, 4 times to see if I got that email. So,
But you didn't answer any emails, did you?
no, I did not.
Good.
And even on my teams, changed my little bubble to say appear away.
Good.
So, we're learning boundaries.
One step at a time.
One step. That's all that we can do. Teachers, take your mental health day. Take that one little step.
Yes.
Go go do what you do. Don't cope with wine.
No. Before we wrap up, I did want to ask, is there something that you did in the midst of a burnout that you could laugh about now?
I would say that all the crying, especially over like the most stupidest things.
Yeah. I
Like
was gonna say that.
and I don't know if you've ever experienced this during your burnout, but we all know kids can be mean
Hmm.
to where like you're in the midst of deep, deep burnout and then the kids say something like friggin' savage and you have to like go into the bathroom and do a quick cry because they hurt
Yes.
your feelings.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Oh,
I can laugh at that now. And
oh,
I'm
for
like, "Oh,
sure.
I really cried over that?"
I cried over a 3-year-old telling me they don't like my face anymore.
Like, no, but kids are mean.
Yes, they are.
And I think half the time they don't like they're not trying to be mean. I mean, some of them, yes, some of them are trying to be mean.
Yes.
But yeah, no, crying because a kid hurt my feelings.
I
I'm
agree.
human.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, teachers they don't work for money. They don't put themselves in these burnouts just because of it. They do it because they love the kids
Yeah.
and their job makes an impact. And teachers, my soapbox today was take care of your mental health.
Yes.
Take a
Use that
mental health day.
PTO.
You deserve it.
I agree. Okay. So everybody just needs to remember coping isn't linear. You're not broken for struggling. Rest is not a reward. And if you're still trying, you're doing enough.
I agree.
All right. If there's any coping mechanism that you guys can think of that we didn't mention, feel free to leave it in the comments or DM us, even if it helped a little bit. Or if there's something ridiculous you did during a burnout that you can laugh out now that you
Or
wouldn't
if a
mind
kid is
sharing.
or if you've ever been personally victimized by a child and made you cry, we're here
Like
for you.
it's like that scene in Mean Girls. Everyone raises their hand.
We're here for you. We can start a little support group.
Yes. All right. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.